Hello everyone, welcome back to my session. Partially three question number one is how many tasks of constitution making 20, 21, 22 or 18? So the correct option is option number C. Question number 2. The idea of justice, social, economic, political, expressed in the preamble to the Constitution of India has drawn its inspiration from Britain, America, France, the erstwhile USSR. So the correct option is option number D. Question number 3. The quasi-federal structure of the government may become unitary during the period of emergency, parliament in session, at the will of the president, or elections. So the correct option here is option number A, emergency. Question number 4. The concept of single citizenship as recognized under the Constitution of India is borrowed from Russia, Britain, China, or France. So the correct option is option number B, Britain. Question number 5. Which of the following has the authority to determine the extent of applicability of fundamental rights to the members of armed forces, the members of the forces charged with the maintenance of public order, etc.? Option A is 3 chiefs of the armed forces. Option B is President of India. Option C is Supreme Court of India. And lastly, option D is Parliament of India. So correct option is option D, Parliament of India. Question number 6. According to Article 24 of the Constitution of India, the minimum permissible age for employment in any factory or mine is 12, 14, 18 or 24. Correct option is option number B, 14 years of age. Question number 7. To whom the President of India addresses his resignation letter? Chief Justice of India, Prime Minister, Speaker of Lok Sabha or Vice President? So correct option here is Vice President. Question number 8. Under the Constitution of India, the provisions relating to the separation of judiciary from executive is enshrined as a fundamental right, fundamental duty, DPSP, that is direct principle of state policy, or prerogative of judiciary. So here the correct option is directive principle of state policy. Question number 9. Census of population in India is done after 2 years, 5 years, 7 years or 10 years. So the correct option here is 10 years, option number D. Question number 10. Under which provision of the Constitution of India, the Constitution 42nd Amendment Act 1976 provides for the inter alia establishment of administrative tribunals? Part 15A, 6th Schedule, Article 323A, Article 324A. Correct answer is option number C, Article 323A of the Indian Constitution. Question number 11. The jurisdiction of the Supreme Court of India to adjudicate upon the disputes between the Government of India and one or more states fall under its concurrent jurisdiction, original jurisdiction, advisory jurisdiction or appellate jurisdiction. So correct answer is option B, original jurisdiction. Question number 12. A proclamation of emergency issued under Article 352 must be approved by resolutions of both houses of the Parliament within 1 month, 1 week, 6 months or 6 weeks. So correct answer is option number A, 1 month. Question number 13. Which one of the following subjects is not mentioned under the Union list in the 7th Schedule of the Constitution of India? Insurance, banking, posts and telegraphs or fisheries? So correct option is option number D, fisheries is not mentioned. Next is Question number 14. The governor holds office as long as he enjoys confidence of state legislative assembly, as long as he enjoys confidence of Lok Sabha, during the pleasure of president, during the pleasure of the Union Council of Ministers. So option C is the correct answer, during the pleasure of the president. Question number 15. The credit for the introduction of PIL, that is public interest litigation in India, goes to Justice A.M. Ahmadi, Justice M.N. Venkatachalai, Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer, Justice P.N. Bhagwati. So the correct answer here is option number D. Question number 16. Ispo facto means in place of by law, by that very fact, by the way. So correct answer here is option number C, by that very fact. Question number 17. The copyright shall subsist in any literary work until dash from the beginning of a calendar year, next following the year in which the author dies. 30 years, 40 years, 60 years or 70 years. Correct answer is option number C, that is 60 years. Question number 18. The copyright subsists in original literary work, dramatic work, musical work or all of the above. So answer here is option D, all of the above. Which section of the Copyright Act 1957 deals with the term copyright in the posthumous work? Section 24, 24A, 34 or 34A. So correct answer is option number A, section 24. Question number 20. Which of the following does not deal with the intellectual property rights in India? The Patents Act 1970, the Customs Act 1962, the Copyright Act 1957, the Designs Act 2000. Correct answer is option number B, the Customs Act 1962. Question number 21. Where the assignment deed does not stipulate the time period, the time for which the assignment in copyright is valid is 3 years, 30 years, 5 years or 50 years. So the correct answer is option number C, 5 years. Question number 22. The term geographical indication of goods includes foodstuff, manufactured, handcraft, all of the above. Option here is D, all of these are included under GI of goods. Question number 23. The Trademarks Act 1999 does not define the term registered trademark, registered user, deceptively similar or distinctive character. So correct answer is option number D. Distinctive character is not defined under the Act. Question number 24. The logo of a company is an example of trademark, patent, copyright or GI of goods. Correct answer option A, trademark. Question number 25. The protection offered to a registered design under Designs Act 2000 is to any similarly designed article are precluded whether copied or not. Similar designed articles is prohibited provided it has been copied. Prevent actual copying of the design. Only identical designs are prohibited from operating. So correct answer here is option number C. Prevent actual copying of the design. Question number 26. Section dash of the Patents Act 1970 provides that inventions relating to atomic energy are not patentable. Section 4, 5, 6 or 7. Correct answer is option A. Section 4 provides for the same. Question number 27. Which section of Companies Act 2013 deals with the concept of corporate social responsibility? Section 110, 115, 135 or 210. Correct answer here is option C, section 135. Question number 28. The minimum number of persons required to form a public company is 2, 5, 6 or 7. Correct answer here is 7. For a public company, minimum number of persons required are 7. Question number 29. The type of prospectus which is issued prior to the issuance of prospectus of a company for making an offer of securities under Section 32 of the Companies Act 2013 is known as abridged prospectus, shelf prospectus, supplemental prospectus, or red herring prospectus. Correct answer is option D, red herring prospectus. Question number 30. A company limited by shares may issue redeemable preference shares which are liable to be redeemed within a period not exceeding 20 years from the date of their issue, except in the case of payment of dividend, infrastructural projects, developmental projects, maintenance projects. Correct answer here is infrastructural projects. Question number 31. The minimum number of directors in the case of a public company is 5, 4, 3 or 2. Correct answer here is 3. Option C. Question number 32. The capital redemption reserve can be used by a company for the purpose of issuance of the fully paid up bonus shares, pay out dividend, redeem preference shares, meet unforeseen exigencies. So the correct answer here is option A, for the issuance of fully paid up bonus shares. Question number 33. Hadley versus Baxendale is a leading case on amount of damages, remoteness of damages, theme of contract, or mistake of fact. Correct answer is option B, remoteness of damages. Question number 34. The term price as defined under Sales of Goods Act 1930 means money consideration for a sale of goods, money or kind consideration for a sale of good, any act or abstention for a sale of goods, or barter. So, correct option is option A, only money consideration for a sale of goods. Question number 35. The articles displayed on the counter of a shop with the price tags amounts to offer to sell, counter offer, invitation to offer, conditional offer. So correct answer here is invitation to offer. Question number 36. Consensus ad idem means common intention, meeting of minds, theme of contract, or form of contract. So option B is the correct answer, meeting of minds. Question number 37. The maxim Sauci me socius non est means the partner of my partner is not necessarily my partner. The partner of my partner is necessarily my partner. The partnership has become voidable. The partnership has to come to an end due to some social pressure. So option A is correct, that it is not necessarily my partner. यहाँ non दिख रहा है तो for sure ये not को represent कर रहा है, and somehow we'll find a negative English sentence that matches it, a phrase. ठीक है. Question 38. The doctrine of res judicata is applicable to suits only, execution proceedings only, suits as well as execution proceedings, or arbitration proceedings only. So correct answer is option C, suits par bhi और execution proceedings par bhi. Question number 39. The contents of a memorandum of association are to be stated in consonance with section dash of the Companies Act 2013. 3, 4, 5 or 6. Correct answer here is option B, section number 4. Question number 40. Protection and improvement of environment and safeguarding forests and wildlife is prescribed only under Part 3 of the Indian Constitution, only Part 4, only Part 4A, or only under both 4 or 4A. So correct answer here is option number D, fourth part, फोर्थ ए जो हमारा पार्ट है. ठीक है, पार्ट 4 पार्ट 4A ये हमारा कौन सा है, DPSPs का. ठीक है, डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल में भी हमारा है इन्वायरमेंट को लेके प्रोविजन, जिसको हम यूजुअली 48A से जानते हैं. ठीक है, ये हमारा 51A का G है इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग. ठीक है, जो मेन हमारा प्रोविजन है इन्वायरमेंट का, ये हमारे क्या है, ये हमारे फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज का प्रोविजन है. ठीक है, तो नेक्स्ट हमारा है क्वेश्चन number 41. There is no reason to compel non-smokers to be helpless victim of air pollution. In which of the following cases this observation has been made? तो non-smokers smoking से लेके शीला बारसे वर्सेस यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया, मुरली देओरा वर्सेस यूओआई, MC Mehta versus UOI, Samantha versus State of AP. So option B is the correct answer. Question number 42. Which of the following is a correct pair under the Environment Protection Act 1986? 2A, B, C, D. Environment pollution, environment pollutant, hazardous substance. So here the correct option is option A, that is environment. Okay, because this is 2C and this is B. You can even see it from here only. Alright. And this is 2H if I am not wrong. But please check it, go through the barrack before you agree on that it is under 2H. Question number 43. Penalty for contravention of the provisions of the Environment Protection Act 1986 under section 15 subsection 1 is imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years, 4 years, 5 years or 2 years. So correct answer is option C, 5 years. Question number 44. The Wildlife Protection Act was enacted in the year 1972. Option B. Section dash of the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974 provides for the constitution of Central Pollution Control Board. So the correct option here is which section provides for the constitution of CB? Option A, section number 3. Question number 46. The Noise Pollution Regulation and Control Rules 2000 have been notified by the central government under the provisions of Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974, Environment Protection Act 1986, the Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981, the Constitution of India 1950. Correct answer is option B, Environment Act. Question 47. Which of the following is not a natural pollutant? Earthquake, air pollution, flood or cyclone. So here option B is the correct answer. Question number 48. The United Nations Conference on Environment and Development UNCED 1992 is also known as Kyoto Conference, Rio de Janeiro Earth Summit, Ecology Summit, World Ocean Conference. So correct option here is option number B. Question number 49. Trefoil's equity principle is related to self-incrimination, ex post facto law, retrospective operation or double jeopardy. So correct option here is option number D, double jeopardy से related ये हमारा principle है. Question number 50. Which one of the following is not a valid defense in tort? Volunteer non-fit injuria, vis major, scienti non-fit injuria or consent. So correct option here is option number C. Question number 51. Which was the first country in the world to have enacted a legislation for providing its citizens RTI? USA, Sweden, France or Russia. So correct answer here is option number B, Sweden. Question number 52. Lex loci means king is supreme, law is supreme, sovereignty is essential for enacting laws, law of land. So correct answer here is law of land. Question number 53. The 262nd report of the Law Commission of India released in 2015 deals with sexual offences, juvenile offences, death penalty or cybercrime. So correct answer here is death penalty. Death penalty. Question number 54. Which section of CRPC defines the term non-cognizable offence? 2A, I, L or M? Correct option is 2L. 2 clause L. Question number 55. The essential ingredients of a crime are knowledge, intention, and action, mens rea and actus reus, motive, mens rea and actus reus, motive, intention and knowledge. So correct answer is mens rea and actus reus. Question number 56, section 73 of IPC provides maximum limit of solitary confinement up to 1 month, 2 months, 3 months or 6 months. So correct answer here is option number A, 1 month. Question number 57. Use of violence by a member of an assembly of 5 or more persons in furtherance of common object will constitute unlawful assembly, affray, assault or rioting. So correct answer is option number A, unlawful assembly. Question number 58. The maxim Q Peccet ebrius luet sobrius deals with the defense of intoxication, insanity, accident or mistake of fact. So correct answer here is option A, intoxication. So sobrius से sober याद रख लेना, ठीक है? Sober याद रख लेना and from that sober से intoxication याद रख लेना, ठीक है? Question number 59. The essence of sedition is intention, benefits or gains of the accused result, both intention and result. So it's all about intention, right? Option A. Question number 60. Under which of the following offences it is the attempt and not the actual commission which is punishable under the Indian legal system? Suicide, theft, homicide, causing miscarriage. So correct answer here is option A, suicide. So most of these questions we can see they are repeated, right? We have also analyzed the question paper of 2019. We discussed 2020 question paper as well. Now, discussing the question paper of the year 2021, we can actually see and notice that so many questions have been repeated from these past 2-year questions only. And you'll continue to observe in the further question papers as well that there are so many questions which are repeated. Next, question number 61. Inducing a person with dishonest intention to part with his property by putting him in fear of physical injury amounts to an offense of criminal intimidation, extortion, theft or criminal misappropriation. So correct answer here is extortion. Okay. There is a very slight difference between extortion and theft. That is, that in theft you just with dishonest intention just take that particular property out of the custody of that particular person, okay? And here you induce, in extortion you induce the person with dishonest intention to part with his property. So there in theft there is no inducement involved, okay? You're not putting him in like the person in a fear of injury, ठीक है? आप इसमें उसको डराते नहीं हो, बस उससे प्रॉपर्टी ले लेते हो, चाहे अब चुपके से चुराई या जैसे भी. एक्सटॉर्शन में आप डरा धमका के उससे वो प्रॉपर्टी निकलवाते हो. तो जहाँ पे ये इंड्यूसमेंट आ जा रहा है, ये फिजिकल इंजरी का फियर आ गया, ठीक है, तो वो एक्सटॉर्शन है. Question number 62. Good faith within the meaning of section 52 IPC means an actual belief that the act is not contrary to law, an act in fact done honestly, an act done with due care and intention, an act done under bona fide belief. So correct option here is option number C. Due care plus आपका intention. ये attention तो नहीं उसमें दे रखा अवेयर एक्ट में, but चलो leave it, please check it once. Question number 63. Criminal breach of trust as an offence under IPC signifies entrustment, demand, refusal or all of the above. Option A, entrustment. Question number 64. The distinction between criminal intimidation and extortion relates to delivery of property, threat of injury, both A and B, intensity of threat. So correct option here is delivery of property. Question number 65. The period of limitation prescribed for an offence punishable with a term not exceeding 1 year under 468 CRPC is 1 month, 3 months, 6 months or 1 year. Option D, 1 year. Question 66. Taking cognizance of an offence by the court is termed as its administrative function, advisory function, supervisory function or judicial function. judicial function. Option D. Question number 67. A person can be appointed as the chairperson of the NHRC, that is National Human Rights Commission, if he has been Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Chief Justice of any High Court, a Judge of International Court of Justice, Judicial Magistrate of first class. So here the correct answer is C. अगर हम पहले के हिसाब से देखें तो चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट आएगा, ठीक है, बिकॉज इसमें और ऑप्शन दे ही नहीं रखे हैं, बट आज के टाइम के लिए ये पहले था, बट उसके बाद अमेंडमेंट के बाद अब इसको कर दिया गया है कि कोई भी जज जो है ना सुप्रीम कोर्ट का वो भी एलिजिबल है टू बी अपॉइंटेड एज द चेयरपर्सन ऑफ एनएचआरसी. ओके, तो इन ऑप्शंस में से सीजे आए, ठीक है. Question number 68. UDHR, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, has been appointed by the United Nations Organization on 10th December 1946, 12th December 1946, 10th December 1948 or 12th December 1948. Year is 48, month is December only, date is 10th. Okay. Option C. Question number 69. The right to free and compulsory education is guaranteed under Article dash of the Constitution of India. The right to free and compulsory education is guaranteed under Article 21A of the Indian Constitution, which was inserted by an amendment in the Indian Constitution. Which amendment? Find that out. Question number 70. NHRC consists of a chairperson and 4 members, 3 member, 2 member or 1 members. So correct answer is option A, chairperson and 4 members. Question number 71. Who introduced the concept of 3 generations of human rights? So the correct answer here is option number D, Karl Wassak. Question number 72. Which section of the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993 deals with special procedure with respect to armed forces? So correct answer here is section number 19, option number C. Next is question number 73. No special court for speedy trial of offences arising out of violation of human rights can be established in a state where a court of session is already specified as a special court. The High Court has a special bench for this purpose. A special court is already constituted for such offences under any other law for the time being in force. Both A and C. So correct answer here is both A and C. This is also correct. This is also correct. So we'll choose option D. Question number 74. The term genocide was coined by whom? So this was coined by Hpu Llm. Okay. Question 75. In which of the following cases the Supreme Court of India prescribed guidelines for the arrest of a person? So this is a landmark case. So I'll not read out the options for this. मैं सीधा DK Basu के केस पे कर दूंगी mark. DK Basu versus State of West Bengal. Question number 76. After the Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005, the daughter of a Hindu co-partner is a co-partner like son, entitled to rights and liabilities like son, entitled to dispose of her co-partner's property by a testamentary disposition, all of the above. Correct answer here is all of the above because ये सारे सही हैं. Question number 77. The Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Act 2019 deals with the aspect of Muslim women's right to maintenance, instant triple talaq, conditions of nikah or registration of nikah nama. So correct answer here is instant triple talaq. Question number 78. The first UN conference on the law of the sea was held in Geneva in 1958 or 1960, Montego Bay 1982 or in Paris in the year 1965. So this is Geneva 1958. Question number 79. The subjects of international law are states only, international organizations, state, international organizations and individuals, United Nations. Correct answer is option number C. ठीक है, तीनों subject हैं इनके. Question number 80, which of the following organs of the United Nations is responsible for the maintenance of international peace and security? So we have these options, and when we talk about peace and security, this is Security Council, option number D. Question number 81, the list of primary sources of international law does not include judicial decisions of International Court of Justice, general principles of law recognized by civilized nations, international customs, international conventions. So the very first is this. Okay. All these three are the primary and or formal sources of international law. Okay. All these three. The one which is not, that is judicial decisions of ICJ. Because वो सिर्फ parties पे binding होते हैं, right? Question number 82, on what principle of international law the island of Palma's case was decided? Estoppel, prescription, res judicata or subrogation? So correct answer is prescription. Okay. Question number 83, under international law, a group of people fearing persecution leaves the country of their origin is known as migrants, refugees, internally displaced persons or asylum seekers. So the correct answer is option B, refugees. Question number 84, the exclusive economic zone is also known as high seas minus continental shelf, contiguous zone, patrimonial sea, continental shelf minus contiguous zone. So correct answer here is patrimonial sea. Question number 85, Trusteeship Council, when entrusted with the supervision of strategic areas, works under the authority of Security Council, General Assembly, independently or ICJ, International Court of Justice. So correct answer here is General Assembly, option B. Question 86, which of the following is a natural prolongation of land territory? Territorial sea, continental shelf, exclusive economic zone, contiguous zone. So correct answer here is continental shelf. Question number 87, Re-Munir and Re-Castioni cases are test cases for extradition of military offenders, extradition of political offenders, determining the enemy status of aliens during war, or nationality. So correct answer is option B, extradition of political offenders. Question number 88, a state is exempted from the jurisdiction of the local courts in another state if an agreement has been made to that effect by virtue of its sovereign status, if such an exemption granted by local authorities as it is a rule of criminal law. So correct answer here is by virtue of its sovereign status. A state is exempted from the jurisdiction of the local courts in another state. Question number 89, the principle of jus soli means grant of nationality on the basis of place of birth, blood relationship, naturalization, registration. So soli is what? Soil, place of birth. Okay, तो ये भी repeated है question, और भी बहुत सारे repeated हैं questions. I did not expressly say so, but बहुत questions है जो पुराने question, अभी 2 question paper ही हम लोगों ने discuss कर रहे हैं इससे पहले, और उन्हीं में से हम लोगों को बहुत repetition देखने को मिल रही है. ठीक है. Question number 90, who made the statement it is the duty of the state to recognize other state? So correct answer here is Oppenheim, option C. Question number 91, who coined and used the term legal theory for the first time? John Austin, Thomas Hobbes, Dr. W. Friedman, Llewellyn. Okay, take it. So out of these, option C is the correct option. Question number 92, the deterrent theory of punishment is justified by whom? So that is utilitarianism. ठीक है. So deterrent theory was justified by the utilitarianists. Question number 93. The propounder of pigeonhole theory is Salmon, Clerk and Linsell, Austin or Winfield. So correct answer here is Salmon. I believe this question was even asked in UGC NET exam as well. Question number 94. Injuria sine demina relates to cases where there is an invasion of an absolute private right, an invasion of a public right, a violation of a legal right, a legally authorized act resulting in injury. Correct answer here, correct option is option number C, a violation of legal right. Question number 95. A right which has a correlative duty can be legally enforced is known as a perfect right. Question number 96. The province and function of law is written by whom? It is written by Julius Stone. Question number 97. Which of the following jurists made the statement customs not only precede legislations but are even superior to it? So this was made by Hugo von Savigny. Question 98. Under legal fiction, a child in Ventressa mare is a person in being for the purpose of, this shall be actually written in italics. Okay. So this is acquisition of property. Question number 99. The physical aspect of possession is called corpus possessionis. Okay. Because this is intention, this is physical possession. Question number 100. Who said the right of ownership means plenary control over an object? See, this has also been repeated. Okay. So this is Holland. So thank you so much. This was all about the question paper of the year 2021.